Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Fight! Fight!
Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right. He
does a phenomenal job of getting from step one to step two before his opponent even realizes, now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hip back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep, or a headlock, or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed, it was the charisma, it was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's gonna look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Murgliata. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Oahu, Hawaii, USA, Magic Man. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, go back to your corners, come out fight.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with the start of round one. I can tell how excited you are for this matchup. Seems to be a striking advantage on one side, but maybe not.
This is a big-time fight. It feels like a big moment for both of these guys' careers. Who is going to be able to implement their game plan the best in this matchup between these two big-time athletes?
Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight, DC. It's hard to recall him being this accurate in the past.
I mean, he is so sharp. And not only is he accurate, he's also keeping very busy.
Come on, buddy. Keep your hands up. Let's go. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
He's got a serious right punch, and he went to it effectively there.
It is his money shot, and he will continue to throw it until he finds a knockout.
Well, he's the taller fighter and able to land a knee to the body with relative ease there. defense there. Huge block for him.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Head kick.
Lee gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Pretty good knee to the body by Lee. And he landed the right hand there.
Big kick land.
Back and forth we go. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very active.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he gonna do to follow up? Oh, he hurt him bad with a jab. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Nice head movement to slip the left hand. Well, the leg kicks have been a big storyline in this one, and there's another one. So he continues to slow his opponent down, and nice poker face on the other side. I'm not sure how many more he can take.
He won't be able to take many more. Think about Edson Barbosa, how he lands those beautiful leg kicks, no wind-up, so fast. Eventually, guys get stopped from taking the finish. This seems to be the path that he is wanting to take tonight in this fight. Good punch lands.
Oh, he's wearing it now, bleeding from his cheek.
Relax. Keep your hands up for me now.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Straight to the body by Lee. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard. Every time you can see him drive his shin into his opponent.
Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks. I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Beautiful punch.
Oh, looking to land the leg kick, but unable to find the target. And he caught the kick.
He loaded up there on that high kick. Big body kick lands.
Massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Oh, that's a beautiful kick right there. I don't know if you've ever been kicked by a mule. Probably feels something like that.
It has to. This guy is landing this kick with so much force.
Another shot lands upstairs. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. It might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
What a fight so far! All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
Nice job. I thought you were going to knock him out of the octagon. This round, I need you to push him more. He knows you're going to come hard, so he's going to be ready.
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's given his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate what's coming his way.
Back to his patented kicks here, but just out of range.
Head kick.
Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
Oh, wow! Head kick. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing thus far.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy.
Lee's kick to the body is blocked.
Liver kick. Big head kick lands.
Oh, man, that cut is nasty. DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
Oh, look at him land another jab there. He's certainly using that weapon effectively here tonight.
The most effective weapon in all of boxing, in all of combat sports, is a jab. This young man has a knowledge of using it like no one else. I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there.
There's no give on that leg kick.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round 2. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Pretty good right hand. All right, single collar tie now.
Head kick lands.
And both guys really throwing with authority.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Nice looping punch.
How about that shin? Right hand upstairs.
What a tricky head kick.
Huge block there.
Nice punch man.
Oh, and he caught the kick. And they separate. Oh, he tags him with the straight hand there. Nice job by Lee. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. All right, so he lands another punch there, and he smells blood in the water, going right back at that cut.
Absolutely. The opponent has a lot of scar tissue around the eyes. He was able to cut it open, and now he's just touching it over and over again.
Oh, and potentially a critical takedown here. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter, because they have all of their submissions. Right. They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
Oh, he has landed a high volume of strikes in this round and really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. The striking has been on point every step of the way. Careful to not gas out, but you gotta like the output here down the stretch. Final seconds here. Oh, nice strike landed there by Lee. 2 rounds in the books. All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from those previous 5 minutes, DC, and no padding, no glove on that foot.
No glove, no padding, and look at the hip action when he throws those kicks. He's not only kicking just for feel, he's really trying to damage his opponent. And as the fight goes longer, you will start to see it taking effect.
I want you to take a deep breath. out there. The same.
All right, DC, buckle up. Here we go with our next round. High number of kicks landed in the previous round, and he'll look to keep it going here.
He'll look to keep winning the fight with his kicks. He's throwing high kicks, leg kick, body kick. He's even throwing a couple spin kicks in there. This guy is so educated with fighting with his legs. Straight punch lands. Yes, that you heard him in the last round. Same exact one. Oh, big head kick. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Lee's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense.
There's no tell on that leg kick.
Oh, good kicks. Wow, what a kick. Huge kick lands. Connects with a right. And they separate.
That was a gutting leg kick.
Man, striking class is in session. Beautiful punch there.
Great job landing. What a damaging punch.
Oh, nice job landing the knee there. He's got a lot of size for this division and put it to good use there. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Oh, well, you know about his kicks. They are on point this evening. And lands the left there. Swing and a miss by Lee. Slips the punch nicely there.
Watch knees to the body.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Real quick leg kick. Nice punch lands over the top. Nice leg kick.
Lee going for the head kick. He misses there. We're not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. And both fighters exchange in the pocket.
Look at those weapons. Look at how he uses his knees to the body.
That punch no good. Try to establish that jab. And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Battling for hooks. Well, it's one thing to have length. It's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee. All right, so he continues to land that patented jab and right up the gut. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He's hurt real bad. That punch lands in the perfect spot. You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks. Nice. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Oh, straight right.
Good right here. Oh, nice.
Man, these guys are throwing back and forth. Blocks that strike. Lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds.
Big kick.
20 seconds now remain in the round. And that one certainly found the target.
You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
continues to work on the inside of that lead leg. All right, let's get you some highlights from that previous round, DC. I don't care how strong your core is, you can't take too many more of those body kicks.
John, you can't train for that. I mean, you cannot train to take those types of body kicks. They start to really wear at your gas tank, and then you start to make mistakes. When you take that many body kicks, you start making mistakes, and before you know it, the fight's over.
Finish this round. Put the pressure on this guy.
All right, next round is underway, and if you look at these two guys in between rounds, it looks like they've barely broken a sweat. Both with good resting heart rates, stamina still very high, and you just have to laud the efforts of these guys in training. Both men certainly noted cardio specialists, but incredible that they would have this much in the tank after 10-plus minutes of fighting. That is a huge shot there, DC. I'm not sure how he stayed up with it.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness.
Oh!
Look at him drive his shin into the opponent's body with that body kick. Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Looping left hand misses the target. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Nice job defensively there as he keeps his hands up, not just protecting his face, but also what is a pretty significant hit.
You cannot allow that to get hit anymore, because the more it starts to split, then the blood starts to go into the eye. It not only is damaging in terms of the physical appearance of the cut, but the blood going into the eye almost completely shuts down that side of your face.
Just missing on the high kick there.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Lee gets hit by that leg kick. You may want to start checking some of these. All right, so there he goes, continuing to land that jab. When they put this highlight together, it's just going to be one head snapping back.
It's going to be boxers going back and watching this guy and going, wow, this is what a jab is supposed to look like. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Glancing right hand lands upstairs. And they separate. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Big head kick.
Slips to avoid that left.
That's a big strike right there.
That kick blocked by Lee.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Unable to connect there.
Punch over the top.
Head kick partially blocked.
Game of inches right there. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Lee gets touched by that leg kick attempt. 90 seconds remain in the round. Oh, over the top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful lever change. Make him think you're going low and then come right over the top to that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Trying to stay in this fight.
Big kick lands.
Nice job with that follow-up shot as well.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do.
Oh, man, head kick lands.
Oh, that's a good right hand. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Ooh, blocks the shot. Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect.
Nice strike.
Just misses there with the left. 20 seconds left. Back and forth we go. Hey.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round, and how about the cut on that eyebrow? Oh, man, that's hard to look at even for me. It's gotten really, really bad here. You got to think they're going to call the doctor in here, and if it gets any worse, you got to think they have no choice but to stop this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. Oh, lands a stiff punch there, nice connection.
Oh, nice land.
Slips that left hand. Oh, man. Got clipped with the right hand. And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Lee.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Oh, he got that inside leg kick. That's in there, DC. He is hurt.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Whiffs on that offering. Oh, and he caught the kick. Lands with the right hand. Oh, and he lands yet another knee. And sometimes it pays to be the taller fighter, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. And they separate.
Big punch lands. Ooh.
Oh, he lands a hook there, DC. That was one of his more significant lands of the fight.
He can land that strike over and over again. You gotta flip his hip into that kick.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight.
Sneaky head kick.
Well, he put so much stock into this fight, and now we're late in the game, and if he doesn't get a finish, this opportunity goes by the board.
I mean, it's almost over. Right now, he's got to start throwing everything he can find at his opponent and hope. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh, he might be out.
Nice job of hiding that head kick.
Effective punch there by Lee.
Oh! What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. We'll finish this fight.
Slips the left hand. Ooh, and he caught the kick. Lands the right hand. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always.
There as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike in the night.
Not there. 90 seconds remain in the fight. Whoa!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. He He blocks the punch.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Lee going with the kick to the body. He's an outstanding kicker, but that attempt missed. 1 minute to go in the fight.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Kick to the body by Lee. Well, that kick landed the body beautifully placed right underneath that elbow. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now defensively to avoid opening up that midsection to further damage by that kick. Lee gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, head kick blocked though. Whoa! Back to the feet.
He's getting lit up right now, John. Nice kick.
What a fight. All right, so the fight goes the distance as we await the judges' scorecards, but certainly a dominant striking effort out of that fighter tonight.
John, he used his best weapons in order to carry him to a decision, a very clear decision, in my opinion. A great performance tonight by this young fighter.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, Magic Man.
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him in our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish, but sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best of your ability. He did exactly that tonight.